Red here with Section 8 Real Estate Investing. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and leave all your questions and comments. I promise I'll get to all of them. And most of those questions and comments inspire further videos, okay? This is a question that some people have been reaching out to me in the questions and the comments, as well as over some email, to help them find a little bit direction when it comes to finding partners for real estate, what my thoughts are about it, how to go about it, questions to ask, right? Partners in real estate, business, life, right, can be difficult. You know, partners can help you reach the highest of highs, and partners can hold you back. It's just like anything else in life. You have to find the right partner for you that works best with you and for you if you want to succeed, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about you, it's about your family, it's about your success. So let's dive into the most important aspects of finding a partner, what to look for, and how to have a successful partnership, okay? We're just gonna briefly go over kind of what I think are the most important aspects of that. And if you guys disagree, if I left something off, leave in the comments, I'll get to it. Okay, so number one, all right, understanding risk. You need to find yourself a partner who understands risk, whether that's in real estate or business. We're gonna tailor all of this partnership discussion towards real estate, okay? You taking on a partner to buy a property. That is our situation here. So we're gonna build a philosophy that is tied directly into partnering up with somebody to invest in real estate, okay? So number one, understanding risk. What does that mean? Well, do I understand that if I am to buy this property, that there is a chance that it's a failure, right? I lose money. I might know that. Does my partner know that? Does my partner know that if he's gonna give me $100,000 or she's gonna give me $100,000, that there's a chance that they lose that money, okay? You need to find partners that understand risk. That's why it's best in real estate if you find partners who understand real estate, okay? And the biggest thing about that is finding partners who have done this before, okay? Who have lost, who have made money, right? Who understand the playing field here, okay? You walk into a casino, right, and you look around, you walk up to a blackjack table, the odds are the person or people sitting at that blackjack table, they know the game, right? They know there's risk because they've probably won before and they've probably lost before, right? I'm not saying you need to go out and find a blackjack player to be your partner, but you understand what I'm saying. You need to find a partner that is that has some kind of history in real estate or understands the risk, okay? I know a lot of you guys getting started. You might want to partner up with someone who's also getting started, right? You guys can succeed and fail together. Remember, some failures are good, colossal failures are bad. At the end of the day, find a partner that understands risk, okay? Moving on. Background and history. I touched on it a tiny bit when we discussed about understanding risk. When you go into business with somebody in real estate, okay, what is their history? What is their background in real estate? If you want to be successful, you want to try and find a partner that knows more than you do, right? You're always trying to be with somebody who's smarter than you. At least I am. I always want to partner with somebody who I think is smarter than me. That way I can get the most out of them, right? Or I can learn the most from them. I can be a sponge around them, right? You want to be able to take away things that that partner can bring, okay? Successful partnerships, partners learn from each other, okay? There might be certain aspects of a partnership that I'm better than the other person at and that they're better than me at. And because we're together, we're both really good in some different aspects, and therefore it's a strong partnership. And that's very, very important, okay? Now, would I want to go into real estate with someone who has no history in real estate? Probably not, unless I'm the one calling all the shots and my money is tied up in that. I've been incredibly blessed to have great partners. So And I will say the people that I have gone into deals with have had a lot more background in real estate than I did. And at those times, I was able to take as much from them as possible and learn. When I say take as much from them, I mean take as much knowledge from them as possible and bring that into my own life and my own portfolios and things I'm doing on my own, right? Things we're doing away from that partnership. You go into a partnership with someone, that doesn't mean you can't do other things on your own, right? So matching yourself up with somebody that has a good background and a history in real estate, I think is very important, okay? Other background stuff, right? Would you want to go into business with somebody who just got out of jail for embezzling money from their business? Maybe not, right? Even if they have a history in real estate. So just be smart. Go into business with good people, people that you like, people that have a good history, and people that know a little something about the business, okay? Next, understanding your time. And this is one of the things that I think most new investors and new partnerships fail greatly at, okay? And what do I mean by understanding your time? Well, where is my time most valuably spent, okay? Where is my partner's time most valuably spent? Where is our time together most valuably spent? We might be fantastic at finding properties, right? We might work great together. We might be great at finances. We might be great at finding properties, but maybe we want to do some of the rehab work on our own and we're not that good at it. Well, our time probably could be used better elsewhere than trying to learn how to install a new toilet, right? It'll save us a couple $100, or will it? It won't, because that time you're spending learning how to figure out how to put a toilet in, you think you're saving yourself $300, but it takes you and your partner 4 hours to put a toilet in, and guess what? You just lost money because your time is better spent elsewhere, okay? I know, especially in some partnerships, when you start out, you're pinching pennies. You guys are really trying to keep a close eye on every single dollar that goes out, but you need to understand that your time is allocated best in certain places. So for example, I'll give you another scenario. Say you're partnering with a contractor, okay? It's your next door neighbor and you guys have lived next to each other for 10 years. He's been a contractor. You just came into money. You want to buy a property. He's going to rehab the whole thing and you guys are going to have it 50-50, right? Whose time do you think is going to be better spent taking care of the money, finances, looking for property, and whose time do you think is going to be better spent actually working on the home? Pretty simple, right? It's the same idea, just in a different situation. Two partners, when both of you aren't contractors, I'm not saying you might not be handy, but just think about how your time is best spent, okay? Communication and honesty. This is a huge one, and this is one that I have been incredibly blessed with partners that I've had, is when it comes to real estate, right, you're dealing with a lot of money, you're dealing with constant adversity, right? Those of you out there who have bought properties, who have been in real estate, understand that, you know, it is a game like this, right? And you try your best to try and keep it like this. But regardless of how good you are in the real estate industry, there are things that are sometimes out of your control, whether it's buying a property that, you know, something happens with the seller, or in a rehab, crazy things pop up, you need to go in your pocket for more money. There are issues that come up, right? So communication with your partner and being honest, being upfront, okay? Just because you're afraid to call your partner if a huge problem arises that might cost you another $5,000 or $10,000 doesn't mean you shouldn't call them and tell them that, right? So, for example, if you know a contractor calls you and says, or calls me and says, "Hey, Rhett, we just ran into a huge issue. We were doing the pipe in the bathroom and we realized there was an unbelievable leak, and now there is sewage flowing up into the house, and it's there's a foot of sewage in the house. It's not a call I'm going to want to make to a partner, right? And say, hey, listen, there's sewage a foot high in the house. We're going to have to spend another $10,000 to fix it. And we're going to have to re-gut the whole thing and put in a new floor and walls, right? So what should I do? Should I not tell my partner that and just start start making the calls and arranging the plans to make that happen? Of course not. You still have to call, be open, explain the situation, and deal with it, okay? That is a huge aspect of being partners, okay? Honesty and open communication, because when there's no honesty or limited honesty and not a lot of communication, you guys are not going to be very successful, I promise you that. Okay? And this last part is tied into communication and honesty, and that's goals and expectations, right? So before you guys should go into any partnership, I should add, every partnership should have an operating agreement, okay? Every partnership should take place within an LLC, okay? I should say this. If you want to go into partnership with somebody, you should start a separate LLC where you're both 50% owners or whatever you guys decide. And there is a operating agreement in place as well, which is a contract between the partners, okay? Just setting that stuff up will save you a lot of hassle down the line, okay? That's a professional way to do it. I highly, highly, highly recommend that is the case for any partnership you go into, whether it's in real estate or not. A little side note. Back to it. Goals and expectations, okay? Before you enter a partnership, are you and your partner, are you and your partners linked up with the same goals? Do you have the same goals for the property, okay, or properties? Are you planning on renting them for 10 years, or are you planning on flipping them, okay? This is important because if there's two partners and one of them wants to sit in cash flow property for 10 years and the other one thought it was just going to be a quick fix and flip, you're going to run into an issue, okay? That's not what you want. You guys want to go into every single deal and every single situation understanding where you are and where you are headed. That way when you get to that point, you're on the same page as you were before you purchased the property, okay? So you guys are always in line with your goals. And expectations, okay? This is a big one too. If I have two novice investors who partner up, I wouldn't expect them to think that in 1 year they're going to own a ton, hundreds of rental properties or dozens, right? It's just not realistic. It's not real expectations. A lot of times, if you set your sights too high, too fast, you make mistakes, right? Slow and steady wins the race in this game. When you start to understand what you're doing and you start to build capital and you start to understand how capital can work for you, how to use your money and other people's as well, then you can start to scale faster. Then you can start to build, right? 2 at a time, 3 at a time, 4 houses at a time, okay? 4 properties at a time. But at the beginning, it's slow, okay? 1 at a time. What are our goals and expectations for this year? Well, let's buy 1 property and see how it goes and hope that in 4 months, it's rent ready, we get somebody in there. Once a tenant gets in there, we buy another home, right? Let's end this year with 2 properties and do them the right way. Instead of, let's end this year with 6 properties. Then, when you buy the first property, you're already thinking about properties 2 and 3. That's not the way to succeed in this business, okay? 1 at a time, put everything you can into each property, do the best that you can, and before you know it, if you're actually doing things the right way, you're learning each time, and then you truly blink, and you have dozens of properties, okay? And again, make sure you're discussing this with your partner. Now, I think partnerships can be great. I think partnerships are a good way to minimize risk, right? Meaning, if a property is $100,000 and you don't want to come out of pocket for the $100,000, you can go 50-50. Just understand that it is 50-50, and you both have to be on the same page with whatever you decide to do. So be wise when choosing a partner. Be smart about who you choose. This is something I talk to my advisees about all the time. A lot of times, when I'm advising investors, they say, well, do I need a partner? Do I need a partner? Should I get a partner? I really want a partner. I don't want to take all this risk on by myself. And that's something that, as an advisor, I am kind of that knowledge piece, right? Partner. I'm not an equity partner to advisees, right? And I've touched on the advisor program that I have a little bit in prior videos, but not everybody needs an equity partner, meaning a partner that takes equity, okay? Not everybody needs a partner that brings in cash, okay? There are a lot of people out there that don't need more cash, right? They can do this on their own. They just need a partner that has the knowledge, okay? And then there's a lot of you out there, maybe some of you out there that have the knowledge but need an equity partner, right? So maybe you need somebody to come to the table with all of the cash to be able to start one of these deals or start investing. So everybody's in a different stage, and everybody's looking for something different in a partner. It's understanding what you need as a partner and finding it. All right, guys, I hope you liked the video. Leave your questions, comments below, and we'll get to you all. Thanks for watching.